Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Luna Yaps. Today we're going to be talking about my really bad Pokemon hyperfixation as of late. It's genuinely getting really bad. I'm barely getting anything done nowadays because I'm just like too focused on Pokemon, but oh well. But yeah, so I decided, you know what? If I can't get anything done because of Pokemon, then why don't I just do things about Pokemon, you know? That's pretty sound logic, I think. Oh, 1.6, that's really close. Anyways, yeah, I think this all started when I... Okay, so, basically, a couple months ago now, I think, um, I was running some Dynamax adventures on Sword and Shield, of course, because I really want Kyogre. Kyogre, you know, big whale, water, the water type ever. Obviously, I want it, right? And also because it actually is really good, competitively. Well, compared to like most, Jesus Christ, compared to most other Pokemon, anyways. Like it's literally restricted legendary. So yeah, I was just grinding max rate ends, and then I low-key realized, wait, I'm on Pokemon Sword. Kyogre is a Shield exclusive, and that really pissed me off. So that pissed me off so much that I literally just went out and got myself Pokemon ORAS, obviously Alpha Sapphire, because I really wanted, you know, Kyogre. So yeah, in my fit of rage at Kyogre being a version exclusive Pokemon, I just went out and got myself, you know. It is the most ridiculous story ever, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's how I got ORAS. And also, you know, now that I can play 3DS games, I also got play through USUM. Um, just a quick note. Okay, so I finished all of ORAS, obviously, including Delta. Jesus Christ, that person's good. I'm using a modified version of Heartless Kit right now, so I'm actually still getting used to it, because normally this is a one-gap kit. But with recent conditions on Heartless, I feel like the old kit just wasn't as applicable anymore, so... Oh, is that a Copper Cave? That actually looks really cool. Hang on, they low-key gapped. I need to run. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, so... I ended up getting some as well. Now, I finished ORAS fully, pretty much. But I'm yet to do episode RR, so that's just a quick note for any sort of takes I'm about to have. So yeah, both of them are really good games. Like, I genuinely really love both of them. They are so incredible in their own rights. So we're gonna talk about ORAS first, after I lose this duel. GG's. Oh my god, 0.3, yeah. These are actually not close. I mean, pretty close, so I'm happy. Yeah, okay, so I think the one issue... Actually, I have a few issues, but the main one... Fucking HMs, bro. I hate HMs so bad. They're so bad. Oh my god. I will say, ORAS was the first game that I've played that, like, has HMs in, like, the old sense, as in, like, you'd need to have a Pokemon have a specific move and not just, like, have a special ability like Let's Go Eevee where, you know, your partner can do everything, or Sword and Shield where everything's within the bike, mostly. And oh my god, it's so bad, because, like, genuinely, it feels like a couple of my Pokemon are just, like, completely wasting their potential move slots, holding onto HMs, and it's just like, oh my god, I hate this. And it's even worse because of the fact that HMs needed to be removed by the move leader, and they just can't be removed normally. And I'm like, just, why? What? You've just made them even more convenient than inconvenient than before. Like, why have you done this? You know? And it's really, it really makes me appreciate, like, modern Pokemon more for removing... Ow, I did not mean to do that. Oh, that was a miss. Oh, I did not mean to hotkey fucking 4 there. I meant hotkey 5. Yeah. They are really bad. And, like, I think the one thing that made it worse, right? Okay, so pretty much the entire game, I had to keep, the Latios I got as a HM mule in my party, because, you know, flies are just really convenient to have, and none of the other Pokemon on my team could have it. But then, it, like, I was doing this well into post-game, by the way. Like, I think it was actually only after I finished Delta episode that I found out that the Eon Flute could be used without it in your party, because I genuinely just didn't try soaring before that. And that was the first time I realized, wait, I low-key don't need the legendary in my party. And I'm just like, oh, wow, damn, you know? Oof. Well, so I just spent the entire game with Latios in my party for just saying I will just, like, use both Latios and Latias, because I low-key don't remember which one it was. So yeah, I just spent the entire game with one of them in my party for no goddamn reason, when I could have just used their fly function from anywhere. Just by, you know, having the Eon Flute. So yeah, that's partially on me, but still, I feel like it's just like... No, I think it's just the HMs are also just bad in general. Like, I get that it's useful to Pokemon to be able to restrict certain areas behind progression, especially to stop players from getting where they don't want them to get yet. But, like, yeah, no, it's a really clunky way to do it, in my opinion. It feels really forced, and I really love how they're integrating HMs better in the later games, like with the bikes, both bikes, Gen 8 and Gen 9. Yeah, the bikes, ride Pokemon are also, like, pretty good. Like, I'll get on to ride Pokemon later. But yeah, I just really don't like HMs. Anyways, am I recording? Yes, I am. That's really good. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think overall ORAS was a really good game. The cave where I found Kyogre was really pretty. A big fan. I'm probably gonna die here. Oh, I lived. Okay. Oh! The fall damage! Oh no! Anyways, yeah. I will say though, I feel... Okay, first off, let's talk about the good. I really liked Sea Marvel. Oh, I mean, sorry, Marvel. Marvel City genuinely peak. I don't think we've had... Well, it's the first time I've experienced anything like it in Pokemon, and I really love the concept. And the execution is done really nicely. I genuinely just find it really nice. But, like, some of the areas genuinely do feel like a letdown. Like, okay, so, obviously, Evergrande City. So for those of you who don't know, Evergrande City is the last city before the Pokemon League. It's called Evergrande. You know, you'd expect it to be, like, big and, like, cool and bustling. Editing Luna, can you just put a photo of Evergrande City on the screen, please? Yeah. Yeah. So it was low-key so disappointing. Like, genuinely, when I was, like, preparing to, like... Because, like, I was playing during school, obviously. I mean, sorry. Playing in between school, obviously. I mean, as in, like, in between the day... After school! I was playing after school! And I was like, okay, I'm gonna allocate 2 hours today to exploring all of Evergrande City, you know, when I got home. And I got to Evergrande City, and I'm just like, well then! Yeah, so I low-key just spent that night doing Victory Road instead, but it was really funny. But, like, yeah, it was kind of a letdown, but I do find it funny still. Something that I won't forgive. I don't understand the appeal of the Fortree. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's cool in concept, but to me, it just doesn't feel good. Like, this might just be a personal preference thing, but I really just didn't like it. Oh my god, I got cooked. I personally just really wasn't too big on Fortree City. It's just... I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with the concept of, like, a tree. Like, I really love the concept, but, like, it's just like, okay, so you're gonna have, like, a couple of houses up in the trees, and, like, there's just a bunch of stuff, including the gym, on the ground. I'm just like, okay. Okay, I guess. Like, I think they should have committed more, honestly. It's just, I wish... it's potential, man, you know? It's literally just potential, man. GG's. Anyways, yeah, like, on to that. I've now played through 4 different Pokemon gens now. Being Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 3, and Gen 1. And I can somewhat, oh my god, I got fucking cooked. Okay. I'm gonna somewhat count Gen 9 because I, of course, played as a character in Cat's Friendlock. I'm not gonna count Gen 7 because I was, like, in the box for most of the XY playthrough, but I will count Gen 9, and I feel like I can speak on Gen 9 thanks to that. If you haven't watched Cataclysmic Friendlock, it's an absolutely incredible series. Please go watch it. The character that I played in it is probably one of the most favorite ones I've ever played, especially, like, her Season 2 rendition. Like, her Season 1 rendition, it's okay, you know? It's decent, but, like, oh my god, Season 2 Friendlock Luna. Genuinely, I think maybe one of my best characters of all time, and it's not even close, you know? Like, I barely hooked that hard ever again. And it was for a Pokemon Friendlock. Like, oh my god. You know? Oh my god, I don't have webs. I don't have webs. I don't have webs in Hotbar. Why don't I have webs in Hotbar? Anyways, yeah, okay, I can't speak entirely on Gen 9 because my memory of it isn't the best. But, like, I still feel like out of every Pokemon game that I've played, Sword and Shield's city designs and aesthetics, unironically goated. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I think Galar has the coolest looking cities. In terms of, like, how much content they all have, that's an entirely different matter, obviously. But, like, in terms of, like, just the aesthetic and the variety that you get, I think Galar's genuinely unmatched. Like, I'm sorry. It just is. And, oh my god, I didn't bring webs into my hotbar. Okay. I genuinely feel like it's really goated and, like, completely underrated because of how shit the rest of the game is. Ooh. Oh, fuck. GG's. Yeah, but, like, literally, okay, to me, memorable cities in Kanto, yeah, sorry. Memorable cities in Hoenn, Mauville, memorable cities in Alola. Okay, I think all of them are actually pretty good in Alola, but, like, I feel like Alola, Loki is just, like, a step down from Galar. Like, not that it's bad, it's just, like, Galar just improved on Alola, you know, in terms of its designs. Because each city genuinely does feel like it has its own identity and has its own thing going on. It's just that I feel like Galar does it a bit better than Alola. Ooh, Blackback. Because, like, I think Mali is pretty cool, Koni pretty cool. All of them are just, like, decent, you know? There's no bad cities in Alola, in my opinion. I low-key forgot, like, yeah, no, there's no bad cities in Alola, but it's also just because, like, let's be so real, there's, like, 5 cities in Alola. If they... like, I feel like it's kind of expected that they all hit, you know? And like, of course, Galar has some of its own misses, but like, okay, come on. I can give it benefit of the doubt since it actually has like more than 4 cities. Like, okay, Wedgehurst and Postwick we don't talk about. I feel like Wedgehurst is excusable because like it's meant to be the starting town and it's meant to be like calm and cozy. Yeah, no, I got nothing for Turfwick. What? No, that's Turffield. Postwick. But like, I, I I don't think you can call it a town. It's 2 buildings. It's just 2 houses, Loki. Um, but like Hammerlock, like really cool architecture. Motorstoke, the steampunk aesthetic is fucking brilliant. Um, the fuck, what is it called? The the C one, Holbury. That's what it's called. Like the actual design itself isn't anything special, but like the music, oh my god, they cooked. It genuinely feels like, yeah, this is what would play in a seaside town. Um, the one in the Enchanted Forest, again, like the aesthetic's really cool. I just feel like Galar is such a like a potential man region. Like, oh my god. I'm obviously biased towards it because like it's my first, but oh my god, it's such a potential man. I don't think I'm allowed to give points to Wyndon considering it's just London. So like it's just London. So obviously, I feel like I can't give it any points for design when it's literally just a real world city directly translated. I mean, obviously, I feel like some of the others might also just be translations. I mean, no, I don't think there's anything like, yeah, guys, my favorite real world city of England, Motostoke. Really love the steampunk architecture in the UK right now. Oh, I'm fucked. Um, but like, yeah, I'm not allowed to give points to Wyndham, I think. But like, even then, it's just I feel like the city designs in Galar are just more memorable. Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. I'm supposed to go back to talking about Alona. Okay, so after last time, the last Lunar Yaps episode from 10 months ago, I've decided I'm no longer allowed to do parkour while recording any of these. Because I get completely too distracted. And also, I've written out everything I want to talk about on a Google Docs right here, right next to me. So I can actually, like, stay focused and not lose my train of thought completely. Like, I'm gonna go on tangents. That's what the point of this series is. But, like, I can still somewhat remain on point, you know? Or, like, know where I need to go back to. Ooh, that was bad. That's a really good shield disable. Fuck! No! Uh-oh. Well, this is awkward. Okay. So... Brains. Oh my god, this sucks. I'm dead here. Okay, that's distance. How do I win this? Anyways, yeah. So after that, I recently started playing Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. I I'm pretty sure I've only had the game for like a week and a half. I'm on 50 hours. Yeah, I really like this game, okay? It's genuinely really good. Possibly, if it had, like, if it had ability patches and, like, some other stuff to make competitive, and, like, ability patches and nature mints, I feel like it would immediately become my favorite Pokemon game. And also, like, it didn't have the stupid restrictions on what you could bring to Battle Tree. That's just what I've heard, by the way. I haven't actually been to Battle Tree yet, because I'm waiting to do that after RR. But apparently, in the limited ones where you're actually set to level 50, like actual competitive formats, you're not allowed to bring restricted legendaries at all, which low-key sucks. Like, yeah, I genuinely really enjoyed the games. I feel like I really love the story, but that's gonna be true only first time round. Cause yeah, I see what people mean now when they say like Lola has too many cutscenes. Because like the lore genuinely is super intriguing, but it's just also like there's so much of it. I feel like in a second playthrough, I just won't like it as much. If I ever do a second playthrough, that is. Like, I think the easiest example I can give is when I was first in Mali City, and there was this one quest line where basically it's like a mini quest where you just had to step on the shapes, right, for the old man. And I was in the middle of doing that, but then like apparently one of the shapes I walked on was also within the range to trigger a cutscene, which took me out of the room entirely, and that just completely reset my progress, and it low-key pissed me off. But like that's the only real like bad one that I had. The rest, like, yeah, tutorial had already, but like I feel like even after Pokemon School, I feel like you are just like let into the world. Like it is just nice. Still, I don't think the cutscenes are excessive as long as you love story, and story is like one of the biggest things for me. You know, what is this person? Green Minecraft, why is your ping? Oh my god. What am I playing against right now? Oh my. Yeah, anyways. The music all around is really good. Ultra Necrozma is obviously like a super iconic battle theme. Although like the Necrozma battle theme, the bass one, is also the bass one and like the Dawnwing slash Dustmane one is also really goddamn good. Like, oh my god, it's genuinely perfect. It's fucking perfect. And I also really liked House Champion theme. I think like I just like cool remixes of the Rivals themes. Cause like I think Hop's theme in the League is genuinely one of my favorites. Especially the part where it's like ba, 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 da, 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 like that the samba-esque bit. I don't know what genre that is. I feel like there's a name for it, considering like I really like that part specifically, as well as Yonkagor's cover of Butcher Vanity. And I feel like they have a shared genre, but I don't know the name of it. And like, I also really fucked with Koro when I had to learn it for GCSE music. So like, I think it's something like that, like Latin American origins. I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, but like, I don't know the name, and I don't want to, you know, disrespect any colleges. So, oh my god, this guy actually teleporting. Oh my. Anyways, obviously one of the favorite things that I had about us or Gen 7, they got rid of HMs. I'm winning. I'm winning. Like, okay, right, Pokemon has its flaws, but just being rid of HMs. I can have optimal movesets on my Pokemon without it affecting my gameplay. Oh, yes. Anyways, yeah, I'm really happy about that. I fucking hate HMs, bro. I think, like, okay, the main critique, okay, so, like, the three main points I hear against right Pokemon, right? Number one, they feel kind of added in because they're not really Pokemon on your team, and it's just like you don't build too much of a connection with them. And that one I get. That one's completely valid in my opinion. Like, they tried with the Tauros, but after that it was just like, yeah, you have this Pokemon now. So like, I completely understand that point. The outfits aren't that much of a sin, honestly. Like, it's just like a silly thing. Just get over it, I can't lie. Genuinely. And like, the silly music, most of the time, it's fine, right? Most of the time, it's just like, most of the time, it's the same case as the, outfits being like, yeah, it's just a bit silly. Obviously, it's bad, but like, you can get over it. But there were genuinely some story moments that, oh my god, why is the music here? Specifically, the, Tafu runes. Like, it's so fucking unserious. It's genuinely so fucking unserious when I'm, like, entering these, like, holy ruins, right? And then I have to move rocks, and then, fucking, I bring out Machamp, and then suddenly it's, like, the fucking goofy-ass, like, strings, and it's just, oh my. What the hell is this kit? Oh, oh my. Oh my. It's just the goofy ass music, bro. Like, oh my god. The immersion. The immersion, guys. But like, yeah, mostly good. Mostly good, in my opinion. Anyways, all the battles genuinely felt really fun. I feel like... Okay, so obviously I'm biased because I'm a VGC player. Could have had more double battles. Please. Smiley face. More double battles, please. Smile. Because, like, I feel like there's so many missed opportunities for double battles in that game. Like, for example, fucking... Whenever you see, like, two Team Yo grunts... Not Team Yo, Team Skull. Jesus. Why do I have to fight them separately? Like, can I not fight both at the same time? Let me fight them in a double battle, pretty please, please. just like double battles. And like in the Ether Foundation labs where you have to fight like, the grunts one at a time, it's just like, let me fight both of them. Bro, like, be so real. Let me fight both. Oh my god, this person's good. Yeah, and I feel like it also slows down the pace of the game whenever they do a thing that's like, ah, you have to beat me. Damn, you beat me. Well, now you have to beat my friend. And it's just like, well, why? I've just finished this battle and you're gonna make me go into another one. Like, okay, sure. It just... ruins pacing, in my opinion. Jesus. Okay. Anyways, all the battles were actually really fun. I feel like I was genuinely challenged. Is the thing. Like, ORAS, the only time I ever blacked out in ORAS was the Elite Four rematch, where I was heavily out-leveled, and then, the Glacier, Loki hit 3 sheer colds back-to-back. So, it's just like, what's a girl to do? She hit 3 sheer colds! What's a girl to do? Because, pretty much every Pokemon game I do no items, because I feel like items are cheating. And it's just... Any Pokemon game becomes too easy with items in battle, Because, like, you just stall. And then it's just not fun. It's genuinely just not fun. So I play no items in battle. Any fun kits here? Nah. Like, yeah, it was genuinely challenging. Like, some of the battles genuinely had me on the ropes. And I actually did black out 2 times during the main story. Yeah, twice. I'll get on to when those were in a second, but I feel like a large portion of that is obviously due to the enemy trainers actually being EV trained. For those of you who don't know, when Pokemon, like, defeat other Pokemon, they gain a hidden stat called EVs based on the opposing Pokemon they defeat, and for every 4 EVs you have in a given stat, that stat increases by 1. So obviously, in like any other Pokemon game where the other teams aren't EV trained, it's gonna be a bit easier, especially towards the late game, because your Pokemon, like, even completely subconsciously, you know, obviously, your Pokemon are gonna be EV trained, making them, like, even if they aren't optimally EV trained, they're still gonna be, you know, stronger still, just by virtue of, like, facing a wide variety of other Pokemon throughout a playthrough. And obviously that's just gonna give you an immediate advantage. But, like, the instant the opponents have EVs, like, obviously that puts you on even plane. But you need to also remember, I've looked at the EV sets, they're optimal. The EV sets are optimized, unlike what your ones will be, because you've had to, like, no, especially for playthroughs, you'll just be fighting random Pokemon throughout the game, and that's going to give you inoptimal EVs. For example, it's very common for psychic types to have a lot of attack EVs, because obviously you're often going to be using them against fighting types, which almost all, like, large majority of fighting types will be rewarding attack EVs, considering that's usually the highest stat of most fighting types. And it's just like, well, now my psychic type's just got, like, a bunch of spec into the one attacking stat it doesn't use. So obviously, like, you're gonna be unoptimized. And most of the time that's fine, because, like, the enemy doesn't even have them. But, like, the instant the enemy is optimized, that actually brings, like, a level of challenge into the game that I really love. Because I'm a big fan of strategy. I play all kinds of strategy. Turn-based, grand strategy, real time. I run pretty much all of it. So, like, the extra sense of challenge, it does partially feel like I'm playing hard mode, in a way. I don't have wind charges, I don't have wind charges, I don't have wind charges. And, like, I really love that. Obviously, it's not for everyone, but, like, as a challenging game, USUM is absolutely up there. I can see it now. Free gap. Love to see it. Anyways, you might be surprised to hear the 2 fights I blacked out on, neither of them were Ultra Necrozma. So basically, Ultra Necrozma, genuinely, I was roughly on par in terms of leveling, and I beat it first try. I only lost like 2 Pokemon. Basically, I had a Zoroark on the team. Back in the Pokemon school, Zora was my first encounter, and I feel like I looked up how rare that was, and I just felt like, damn. It genuinely just felt like it just came to me, so I'm like, well, I just have to use it now, you know? And I knew I could use Zoroark to cheese the Ultra Cosmo fight, but I actually wanted a challenge, so I decided I wouldn't be doing that. But it's still just... I just managed to kill it in, like, I just got, like, a couple hurricanes, and that was it. And it was, like, really disappointing. And I was like, whoa, damn, that's the hardest boss fight in modern Pokemon? Like, oh, man. You know? And then it happened. Totem Ribombee. I kid you not. One of the fights I blacked out on was Totem Ribombee. So obviously I was in a bit of like an underestimating mood after Ultra Necrozma, because like I expected that to be my hardest fight. And so I I saw it got the sharp Omni boost, right? And I was like, okay. The main Pokemon that I have, so you need to first understand half of my team is weak to this thing. It's got, in terms of stab at least, it's got Fairy Bug. I've got a Zoroark, who's obviously weak to Fairy, and Bug. I low-key forgot one of the Pokemon on my team. This is embarrassing. I had a Zarina, who's obviously weak to Bug, and I had a Komodo, who's quad weak to Fairy. So obviously, a good half of my team is already, like, barely usable in this fight. So, my plan was pretty simple. I was gonna use my Zoroark to get some Leers in, decrease its defense, and after that, I'd bring in Mawile, who obviously has Steel Stab, which is super effective. So, you know, decrease its defense, hit it with Stab, super effective. Simple enough. Or at least it was meant to be. Because what I was expecting, right, I'd get maybe 2 Leers off at most before the thing, you know, obviously KO'd Zoroark disguised as Komodo, because, you know, it's obviously gonna click Moonblast, and then, you know, that Zoroark isn't surviving more than 2 Moonblasts. It didn't click Moonblast. Oh, no, Dazzling Gleam? I forgot if it was Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, one of the two. It didn't click either. It didn't click Fairy. It clicked Quiver Dance. And then, obviously it clicked the first Quiver Dance, and I was like, oh shit, okay, that might be a problem, because now it's +3 speed and special attack, but then I was like, you know what? This is fine. I'm gonna click Leer again, to bring its defense down to +0. Obviously, this time, it's gonna Moonblast, surely. It clicked Quiver Dance again. And I'm like, fuck! Because now it's just gonna outspeed everything on my team. And it's got ×3 special attack. And I'm just like, okay, I need to bring in Mawile before it gets, like, carried away. And at this point, it's called in a ally Pelipper. Which I didn't think would be, like, too big of an issue. I just need to deal with Rabombi. I can handle the Pelipper later. Right? That was my train of thought. I cannot let this thing set up more Quiver Dances, or else it's going to sweep me. So I bring in Mawile straight into Scald. Pelipper used Scald. It burned. So, yeah, that's how I got completely fucked. It just, yeah. Yeah, that was all I had. That was genuinely all I had. Because otherwise, all my other physical attackers were weak to it. And yeah, it was just over, you know? And it still had +2 special, no, +4 special defense now, so... Okay, bro. It had +4 special defense now, so obviously, like, I didn't even want to try with, you know, the special attacks. It was just like, why even bother? You know, it's not happening. Oh, poor guy. Oh, I'll just end it. So yeah, I just got obliterated. So, you know, I genuinely, I was like, oh shit, damn, I need to go back and think about this. So I got Taunt on my Zoroark. I was gonna go in, oh, GG's. I was gonna go in and obviously click Taunt first to stop it from setting up. And then it low-key just, like, clicked Moonblast turn 1. And then I was like, oh. Okay then. And then obviously it OKOs, I'm pretty sure. No, actually, yeah, it OKO'd. And then I just switched into Mawile and killed it in, like, 3 Iron Heads. And I was just like, oh. Damn. You know? Might need to split this one to 2 episodes. This is getting too long. Sorry, I really love Pokemon, if you can't tell. And then the other one was Kahili. Basically, it's just air slash crits. I'm sorry, air slash flinch. Yeah, so flying types, most of them were faster than my team. And her air slash just kept critting. I was kept flinching, and it was just unfortunate. You know, because, like, what was I supposed to do? It just flinched over and over, and then, like, obviously that stupid fucking Oricorio, man, also got confusion onto, like, half my team. Like, it would confuse, like, pretty much all of my Pokemon whenever they switched in, and it was just, like, so, like, she's just apparently just the god of, like, stopping me from moving, like, 100% flinch rate, 100% confusion rate, my god. Because, like, if my Mawile hadn't hit itself in confusion and just managed to hit through confusion, I low-key would have won. But it's fine. I still got our second try. It's also because I was playing I decided to challenge myself more on E4 by saying, if I used a Pokemon on the previous E4 battle, I'm not allowed to heal it before the next one. So if I wanted to heal a Pokemon, I couldn't use it in the current battle, which added, like, another layer of challenge onto it for fun. So, yeah. It was low-key fun, though. It was really fun. But yeah, that was my USUM experience. In terms of the story... Okay, so... there are 3 things that I value the most in any Pokemon game. 1, story. 2, post-game. And 3, quote-unquote, little things. Now, I know this, like, this is a really hard one to explain, but to me, the little things is just, like, the small, like, just small features that, like, complement gameplay. Like, for example, in ORAS, it would be Contest Spectacular and Super Training. Meanwhile, in USUM, I'd say it would be Refresh and the funny photo taking thing. Obviously, I think ORAS definitely did this category better. Because, like, be so real, right? Like, ORAS had it had the news, which was genuinely really cool. Like, it was such a little thing, but, like, just getting to see yourself pop up on the news was just really funny and, like, really cool to me. And, like, Super Train was obviously, like, oh my god, you know? They incorporated EV training, like, really well. Why did they get rid of this? Because, like, it's genuinely really fun, and it's a nice way to introduce casuals to EV training. And Poke-Me is just an absolute better version of Pokemon Refresh, and it's not even close. Like, Pokemon Refresh is just a worse Poke-Me. I don't know why it's not in... I don't know why they downgraded USUM. I just don't get it, but sure. Yeah, so then... I feel like, in terms of the little things, USUM is pretty good. Still. Like, even though it's worse than ORAS, but I'd say it's still pretty good. Rotom Deck's low-key annoying, but fine. In terms of story, now, I know that SM's base story is supposed to be better, specifically regarding the Lusamine plotline, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'll believe it, sure. But, like, I still feel that even though it might be weaker, obviously I can't compare to the original, because I haven't experienced it, but I think USUM does a reasonable job at getting the absolute fucked up nature of Lusamine. Like, yeah, her motivations could be done better, she's not the best villain. Oh my god, what was that? But I think, genuinely, just as an evil character, she's good, you know? She's loathable, and getting to go through the labs at Ether, and, like, reading through some of the logs, and getting to see, like, all those Pokemon cryo-frozen, genuinely freaked me out. Like, it was genuinely good, you know? Obviously, it could be better in SM, but I wouldn't know. Um, yeah. But talking about Lusamine, the elephant in the room, you know? Like, what do you mean she's just hanging around after the events of the main story? Like, hello? She's just still around? Hello? Who let this happen? Like, she's evil as fuck? Why is she just here? Address her? Like, okay. Obviously, I haven't played RR, so that might change, but it's like, bro! Bro! Why? You know? Like, I think it's arguable that, you could say she got, like, what was coming to her and, like, her quote-unquote redemption, when she got her ass handed to her by Necrozma. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, you know? Anyways, Ultra Wormholes, really cool. I really like them. I don't know which I prefer between the Dynamax Adventures and Ultra Wormholes, because I feel like Ultra Wormholes are absolutely a proto-Dynamax adventure. Like, absolutely. And I think they're both really unique in their own way. Because obviously, I think I have to give the Dynamax Adventures to I have to give it to Dynamax Adventures because of the teamwork element and I feel like it's more strategic. Meanwhile, Ultra Wormhole is just like, how good are you at this mini game? You know, while Dynamax Adventures you actually have to like, you can do it without friends, but like it's better with friends. You know, you can strategize. You need to think forward. You genuinely need to consider your PP, which is something that barely happens in Pokemon ever. So you know, but yeah, they're both really cool. I really like them. And how long have I been recording? Oh my god, I need to cut this into... Just so you know, in this, I've got, like, what I want to talk about right here next to me. We're 1/3 of the way through. I've been recording for 50 minutes. We're 1/3 of the way through. Oh no. Oh. Anyways. Yeah, okay, I'll just finish the section where I talk about ORAS and USUM. I'm gonna go play episode RR after this, I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Like... yeah, but... This was where okay. So, basically, I've spent about a good 4 hours now just grinding, maybe even 5, maybe even 10, I've lost track of time. It's entirely on Ultra Wormholes, and for one singular reason. It's Kyogre. It's obviously Kyogre. I want my whale. You know, it's like, I want to make Luna Yoga work. As in, like, the double restricted duo of Kyogre Lunala. Because I feel like they represent the two halves of me. You know, Luna, quite literally, and Kyogre being the embodiment of the seas with my Axolotl half. It's just like, it's just me, you know? Those two Pokemon put together. Low-key? Actually, no, I shouldn't talk about that. So I really want to make that restricted duo work, because I think Kyogre genuinely... No! This is being saved for the VGC part of this video. This is being saved for the VGC part of this video. Anyways, yeah, so I spent so long getting a Kyogre, and like... I have an entire box of legendaries. Editing Luna, put them on the screen right now. I got all the birds... And, like, so many other legendaries. And it's just like, oh my god, it took me so long to get this stupid whale. But it was so worth it. Because, okay, so, it took me about 7 resets. 3 of those were because Kyogre set up Calm Mind enough and blasted through my team. 2 of those were me accidentally crit killing it. And 1 of those was a catch, but... Kyogre had, I think it was Impish, if I can't remember. It was minus special attack plus defense, which I can't run a minus special attack nature. I'm sorry. I just don't want minus special attack. I just can't work with it. Like, it's, because, like, that's the most important stat for Kyogre. Like, no, I'm not running with minus special attack. And then on the second roll, like, I just got, like, rewarded for my patience or something. because I got modest, which is the best nature I could have, minus special attack plus special attack minus attack, because obviously Kyogre doesn't use its attack, but it very heavily relies on special attack. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And yeah, that's basically how my USUM playthrough has been going so far. I really like Pokemon, if you can't tell. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make a part 2 and maybe even a part 3 where I talk about my VGC endeavors and also the anime, because that's what I have here. Oh my god, the VGC section is gonna take so much time. Oh god. But like, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed me yap about Pokemon. I think, genuinely, I feel like the reason that I haven't been able to do a Luna Yaps in so long is because I've been so preoccupied with work, and basically, this is just an outlet for me to yap about my hyperfixations, and I've just been so focused on work recently that I just haven't been having any sorta, or like, the ones that I do have are just like work related, or just like, I don't know. So just like, yeah, this is what Luna Yaps was for, by the way. Just me getting to fucking... Oh, yeah. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. And that's gonna be it. Oh my god. The Kyogre talk with like the modest nature was where I was supposed to segue into VGC, but oh my god, I've been recording too long. Hope you all enjoyed. Bye-bye!